top secrets for making the most authentic, creamy, delicious hummus with loads of topping ideas and flavoring. So we can use different types of chickpeas for this. Chickpeas come in all sizes, so we have the really small one. We also have the normal size, I guess they're medium. But then you also have the large chickpeas. I love to use and can large chickpeas. When you can them, they look like this. They're super giant and amazing. I will make a canning video in the future. But for now, we're gonna soak our chickpeas. Normally, we soak them overnight for 12 hours. I added about 1 kilogram of chickpeas here, so about 2 pounds of chickpeas. Next, fill it with water. Just for about like roughly half. We're gonna allow this to soak overnight. 12 hours later, we have, so this is a batch that I've soaked overnight. And that's what they're gonna look like. So now they're soaked overnight. What we need to do is we need to discard this water. We cannot use this water. This is not aquafaba. Aquafaba is when we boil the chickpeas. We're gonna see it later. So for now, we're gonna remove this water, wash the chickpeas, and then start cooking them. Here we go. We're gonna rinse those. We're gonna wash them very well. Add our washed chickpeas here. And so now I'm filling it with water. I'll put about maybe 5 liters of water. So we're gonna bring this to boil. So now this is boiling. We're gonna skim the foam out. So here we go. This white foam, it will be very good to get rid of it. This is normally the foam that if you don't remove it, you're gonna feel bloated a bit, and it's the one that produces a lot of the gases. Next, we're gonna add some salt and baking soda. This is gonna create a foam, but we want that foam. So that is not the foam that we're gonna get rid of. I'm gonna reduce the heat a bit and add my baking soda. It's gonna generate a foam, that's fine. Mix this up and then allow it to cook. We're gonna bring the heat down, cover this. So it might take an hour and a half, and then we're gonna check back later. And now we're back, we're gonna check our chickpeas. So we're taking some out. We wanna make super creamy hummus. We wanna make sure they're overcooked. So let me show you. You see how it's soft? That is the texture you want in order to get super creamy hummus. Now we switch off. I'm gonna take some of my chickpeas and allow them to cool down here. Now we're ready to make our creamy hummus. We have the chickpeas cooled down. So I'm gonna add our chickpeas. We're gonna add a bit of salt. Also lemon juice. I'm gonna also add fresh garlic. So we're gonna take about maybe 3 small garlic cloves. First, we're gonna blend it without the tahini, then we're gonna add the tahini at the end. We're gonna add now some ice cubes. We're gonna add some tahini. So this is homemade tahini, and tahini is just made of sesame seeds. I'm gonna use about half a cup for this amount. We're gonna blend some more. Mix the sides to make sure everything is incorporated. You see the tahini brightens it a bit. If you notice the color change. You can add more ice or aquafaba if you want it to be more runny, for example. Next, we're gonna do the taste test to see if it needs salt, garlic, lemon juice. That's when you decide. Or if you wanna change the texture, you know? As I said, look how smooth it is. Super smooth and creamy. I'm gonna take some. It needs a tiny bit more salt and tiny bit more lemon juice. I have some more lemon juice here. I used 1 large lemon in total, but I added a bit more here. One more thing, very important. We're gonna add tiny bit of olive oil, and this usually we put olive oil on top, but if you wanna store this in the fridge for several days, the olive oil prevents it from having that skin, you know, a dried skin at the top, and that's the trick. So you'd use tiny bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon. We're gonna do the final blending. Okay, so we can make hummus more exciting by adding more things to it. Like this time, I'm gonna show you how to make pink hummus by adding beetroot. So this is if you are bored of normal hummus, which I think is never boring, but you can make it more interesting. So we're gonna use our traditional recipe for making hummus, but we're gonna add to it a bit more exciting stuff. So we start with chickpeas. We're gonna add a bit of lemon juice, some ice, our garlic, some salt, olive oil here. We're gonna add now the beetroot. Now we're gonna add the tahini sauce. The tahini sauce will make it a bit thicker. So if it's runny now, don't worry, the tahini will bind it together well. About 1/4 cup. And that is our beetroot hummus. We're gonna make another flavor of hummus, and that is using roasted red pepper. So this is homemade roasted red pepper. You can also use canned roasted red pepper. It's gonna make a more exciting hummus. We're gonna use our overcooked chickpeas, lemon juice, garlic, salt, some olive oil, our roasted red peppers. I'm gonna use maybe 2 pieces, but you can add more if you want to. I'm gonna add 1 ice cube to start with. Our tahini. And now we're gonna blend again. Okay. And that is our roasted red pepper hummus. Next, we're gonna create a greeny hummus. So this is for the lovers of green. The usual drill: cooked chickpeas, garlic, lemon juice, ice cubes, salt, a bit of olive oil, and next our greens. So I'm gonna use half an avocado. We're gonna add a few basil leaves. So just use as much as you like, but I'm gonna add about 1/2 cup of leaves, so our basil leaves. And we're gonna blend and then add our tahini sauce after. And then we're gonna add our tahini sauce. And that is our green hummus. We're gonna plate the hummus the traditional way, like a pro. We're gonna use 2 spoons. I'm gonna take 1. We're gonna make sure the blob is in the middle. Here we go. We put the blob in the middle. We don't have to put too much, but we don't have to put too little either. So, middle of the ground. Here we go. So, next, what we do is we go, pretend there's a mountain. So this is our mountain. I'm gonna go like this. There's a mountain, you know, on the top of the hill. You go back to the top of the hill, you do this. And then we're gonna smooth it a bit, because that will affect our final look. So this is a very smoother mountain. And then you go from the back of the spoon, you do this. You go like this, you go like this, and you go like this. We take a bit of paprika, then we have some water. We dip the fork in the water and we go like this. Next, we just go like this. Three. So we're gonna take a parsley. We put it in the middle like this. Last but not least, olive oil, of course. This is extra virgin olive oil. That's proper, traditional Lebanese hummus. I'm gonna show you a few toppings and ideas that you can play with. You can top it with steak bites or chicken shawarma or mushrooms. You can top it with anything you like. I'm gonna just share some of my favorites now with you. So this is first the traditional way. We're gonna put it on the side and we're gonna top the second one with some steak bites. Of course, we can play with the flavoring and we can add chicken shawarma or steak bites or mushroom or whatever you like. So here I'm adding steak bites into the whole. And you can add some of the delicious juices. You can add as much as you like or as little as you like. And I kind of like the parsley to look like sprinkled on there. And here I'm not gonna add olive oil because I like the butter from the steak. This is the basil hummus. So we're gonna plate it. I'm gonna put some basil leaves on here. And then we're gonna top it with a bit of olive oil. And we keep this one simple. And that is our green hummus. Now we're gonna do the pink hummus. Some parsley in the middle here, some olive oil. And that is our beetroot hummus. Roasted red pepper. So we're gonna plate it. So that is roasted red pepper hummus. And that is our roasted red pepper hummus. We can eat hummus with anything we like, but traditionally we eat it with pita bread. These are homemade pita bread. So we're gonna take the pita bread and then we're gonna just dip it in the hummus like this. Some olive oil like so. Or we can use homemade crackers. These are homemade seed crackers. The recipe is on the blog, of course. We can just use our seed crackers. They're very crispy, you can see. They're falling apart. Or we can eat them with some veggies. We always put olive oil, extra virgin olive oil on our hummus. It's kind of part of the tradition. Veggies you can choose from: carrots, broccoli, cucumber, sweet peppers, celery, or anything you like. So we take the carrot, we dip it in the hummus. Delicious. Or celery. Delicious and nutritious. Like, I mean, if you're gonna have a dip that will make you eat more veggies, what do we call that dip? It's the healthy dip. It encourages us to eat more our veggies. When you dip them, they become more interesting. You can double dip.